Hello my lovelies, welcome to my little cottage by the sea, the place where I love to stitch and craft my way to a vintage inspired and sustainable lifestyle. In today's video I'm going to be sharing some gift ideas for you to make or to gift to the lovely stitchers in your life. If you're like me and you just love making things for people, especially at this festive time of year, then it's never too soon to start. The 1st of November means to me GIFTMAS and KNITMAS season, and it's when I start to put together my ideas for what I'm going to make for people, or for those people that I know who like making little ideas that they can enjoy making for themselves. I think there's nothing more special than being given something that somebody has put time, effort and love into creating or making for you, and that is something that I like to do for the people that I love in my life. I have a few videos that I'll pop cards for here and link below that are all about stash busting and quick and easy makes that you can put together in relatively little time using things that you probably already have laying around your sewing room or your sewing basket. I particularly enjoyed making these brooch pillows as part of my Vlogtober. I love checking out the vintage junk and antique shops and the charity shops wherever I happen to be. You never know what you're going to find when you're on a treasure hunt. And I found some amazing brooches, particularly for my daughter, skulls and crosses and all sorts of things, and then present them on a really lovely little brooch pillow, and it just amplifies the gift and makes it seem really super special. My daughter particularly likes tartan and black. She is a child after her mother's heart after all, so I will look through my stash and find fabrics that I know are gonna suit her and her particular sense of style, and make a few bits and pieces that I can all put together as a really lovely gift, and I know that she'll really enjoy using them far more than if I just went into a shop and just bought a load of stuff for her. Shameless plug for my own products now, I really hope you don't mind. I have quite a few lovely little quick and simple accessory patterns available as downloads or as paper patterns on my shop, including the Marlena beret, which I've been waffling on endlessly recently, please do excuse, but you could download the PDF pattern for this and make a beret for your significant giftee, or you could put together a little kit. Choose some fabric that they will love, some lovely lining fabric, especially if it's Liberty. Can't go wrong with a Liberty print, and the bits and pieces that are needed with a lovely printed out copy of the pattern, and then wrap it up beautifully, and there you've created a little craft kit for that person that really enjoys sewing. Seeing as November is also Knitmas, you could knit something really lovely for your giftee. I knitted this xenomorph face hugger for my daughter last year, and she was absolutely over the moon about it. You could knit maybe one of my vintage tassel berets or any beret pattern. There are loads of free patterns available on Ravelry or on Pinterest land if you spend a little bit of time there doing a bit of research. I've got a board called Going Loopy, which I will link below, and there are lots of pattern ideas and project ideas there. Accessories are a really good way to go if you're making something for someone, because one, it's not necessarily the commitment of a huge garment taking up a huge amount of time, but also accessories are the things that I find I appreciate the most and I enjoy making, hence why I've got lots of accessory patterns etc. in my shop. Do keep an eye out on my website and on my shop, because I'm going to be uploading some delectable delights and treats throughout November and into December for those of you who are wanting to make, craft or gift things to the people that you love. Speaking of Liberty, that emporium of delights in London, as I've already mentioned, you can't go wrong with a Liberty print. I would be over the moon to receive a length of Liberty print Tana lawn as a gift, beautifully wrapped up and tied up with a bow. I would then spend all of the rest of Christmas Day planning, thinking about all the things that I could make with it. And then every time I wear that or use whatever it is that I've made from the fabric, I'll be thinking about the person that gifted it to me, which will make the whole experience of that gift even more wonderful. Liberty also has some really lovely haberdashery, little accessories to add to your sewing room, and also embroidery kits and buttons and ribbons and all sorts of things. Lovely little treats that you could wrap up and put into a stocking as a lovely thing to open on Christmas morning whilst you drink your champagne. One of my favourite gifts that I have ever received is my little pin pot, this little Chinese one with all these sweet little people around it, and it's filled with my favourite glass-headed pins. It's such a thoughtful gift and I use it every single day. It makes me think of my daughter and how much I love her and how thoughtful and wonderful this gift. It made me happy at the time of opening it, but it's made me happy every single day since. Whilst you're on your travels, treasure hunting or otherwise, have a look around for lovely little pots, things that you could put some sewing accessories in. A little portable sewing kit would be a lovely idea. Little tin, some pretty little scissors, maybe a tape measure, some threads, some buttons, who knows. Just fill the little box with sewing accoutrements or indeed knitting accoutrements and wrap it up beautifully for your giftee, and you know, just like me, they'll be looking at that, using those little sewing or knitting treats and enjoying the box that they come in forever and ever. A magazine that I particularly love is Selvage, and I've been buying it for many years. I think a magazine subscription for a magazine that your giftee particularly loves, or even for yourself, who am I kidding? This magazine is a little bit more expensive and it might not be something that I would feel that I could stretch to every single month. But if it was given to me as a gift, a subscription, and it was a gift then that was dropping through my letterbox on a regular basis throughout the year, it really would be the gift that keeps giving. And there's so much knowledge and information and inspiration in this. I don't think you can go wrong with giving someone a subscription to a magazine that they really love. I would also be very happy to have a subscription to Harper's Bazaar. Thank you very much, Father Christmas. I have been a very good girl this year. A website that I'd just like to give a little shout out to, because it is an emporium of delights, especially if you love vintage things as much as I do, is the Swagman's Daughter. They have lots of sections on the shop, from sewing things to beauty things to magazines and so on, and you could just pick lots of lovely little treats, knickknacks and treasures that you could put into a stocking, or again find a lovely receptacle, a lovely tin or box or something, and then pop all the lovely bits in for your giftee to open. The other lovely thing about the Swagman's Daughter is that they've got a lovely range of priced things. This isn't sponsored, I just really happen to love having a browse on their website and finding really beautiful things, from check glass buttons to vintage magazines. And finally, to help you along with your GIFTMAS, KNITMAS bonanza that will be happening from here on in, I'm sure, have a little think about the nibbles that you shall be nibbling. I know that the festive season is really all about the mince pie, but I am particularly loving these tins of chocolates by Monty Bojangles. Nothing like having a little treat to nibble on whilst you're either enjoying the thing that you've been made and given, or you are sitting making for somebody. I'm also very partial to Prestat chocolates, especially the rose and violet creams. Having a little nibble on the most lovely tasty treats whilst you are opening beautiful gifts that have been so carefully considered. They've either been made lovingly, time and effort and love has been spent on them for you to open and enjoy, or somebody's really thought about something that you would enjoy making and gifted you something lovely to keep you busy between that strange time between Christmas and New Year. Thank you so much for spending time with me today in my little cottage by the sea, and I really hope you don't mind that I have mentioned the C word so early, but as I said at the top of this video, making things for people or going out treasure hunting for things for people takes a little bit of time, and I don't know about you, but if I do all of these things at the last minute, it takes quite a lot of the enjoyment out of it for me. I hope I've given you lots of ideas and inspiration. Let me know what you end up making or putting together for your loved ones to make. I'd love to hear, and if you have additional ideas, please share below, because it's always really useful to add to the ideas that I already have. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're keeping very safe and well, and I shall see you really soon, my lovelies. Bye.